Hello and welcome. This is 5-Star General
and Mr. Harlequin here today.
And we're here with the GameReplays.org custom map showcase between Alwayzlame and Texaneous.
And this is going to be the map Calderas River, is that correct? The 2-player map?
Yep, this is actually one of my favorite maps from the pack that I played so far. Actually, it's kind of interesting. We're seeing that Texaneous is spawning in as Sorcerer and Alwayzlame coming in here as Orc and Mech Boy. So a little bit of off racing from both players compared to what they would both usually play here.
Yeah, we got random for all players, right?
Oh, okay, maybe they went random. Oh, that's true, they did go random.
Oh, okay, yeah, they did. I was just checking because I'm pretty sure they said they were going random. So cool. All right, we get to see a little bit of everything here today.
Yeah, this
Mech Boy for sure.
Yeah, this map is actually pretty fine for random, I think. I don't think there's too many races that are advantaged by it. You see, the setup is it's actually one of the few custom maps we have right now that isn't massive. Some of these are just going to be like huge, but this one's kind of nice. These sluggers here charging in against these CSMs, very low on health. They will get out.
Oh, one getting away right there at the very end. Yeah, they got a long time of just kind of focus firing down those sluggers there. Here we see Mech Boy engaging in melee right now as all of these shooter boys are just trying to gun down. A little bit of repositioning here, perhaps getting inside that building. Yes, It looks like it pretty well there.
Very nice move by Alwayzlame there, getting inside the building, recognizing that if he didn't get in there, the Chaos Space Marines would. Particularly with his sluggers having been forced off already, he's already investing money and getting them back out. There's no way he would have been able to get burned out in time.
And, oh, it looks like the Chaos Space Marines lost a single model right there, just kind of focusing on that Mech Boy, who is, of course, able to blink out of there right on time. So it looks like, yeah, a single CSM build for Texaneous so far. There's this, oh, Chaos Havoc's coming out for him, and just kind of a normal double shooter Slugger Boy build going for Always here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Always puts on top of that in terms of either war gear or fast tech, or if he's just going to go ahead and go for Storm Boys.
Yeah, Storm Boys is always fun. We'll have to see, though. That's what I'd like to see, but who knows. Especially as soon as he notices the Havocs, I'm hoping he goes for Storm Boys right away. Oh, yeah.
So we do see as one big shootout, and we've got another big encounter coming up. He's going to have to back that big shootout. Tex using some Warship here to bring up the Havoc to get them set up all nice and safe. And without these Slugger Boys, even though it hit him, very nice usage of the Warship there by Texaneous.
Oh, not even wasting any time whatsoever. Alwayzlame, as soon as he detects even the first hit of that, started retreating right away. Only taking a single model, not too bad.
Trying to get some pot shots over here now at the Chaos Sorcerer, as we see that Texaneous is researching investments in the warp to allow him to, well, warp around the field.
Gonna help him keep up with that Mech Boy at the very least. You can see he's still fighting over that central. I really love how exposed this middle victory point is yet. Either we haven't talked too much about the lay of the land here yet, but this this central key victory point is just kind of out here in the middle of nowhere, no cover anywhere around it. Kind of a challenge to grab it. And here we see the Havocs grabbing that little adobe hut there.
Yeah, and it's tough to see in that middle victory point, by the way, but actually there is like water blockages. If you look like kind of beyond the reeds and stuff, you actually can't go beyond those. So it's actually like a very narrow passageway there, like a bit of a bridge. Very nice choke point.
Looks like using those, using that warp there. Oh, and he's got the Sword of Flame as well, the Chaos Sorcerer there. He was just blinking on out of trouble. The Mech Boy now just continually fighting over the civilian structure, just trying to make sure to deny that. Here we can see a little bit of worship once again, as the Chaos Havocs are setting up right now, getting ready to exchange some fire here with these shooter boys over on the right-hand side.
They do so successfully, and he's trying to get these Chaos Space Marines into melee. He will actually go ahead and do that, as these Chaos Space Marines, once they get in melee with these shooters will not be able to put up much of a fight. We're seeing another Havoc come out from Tex.
Double Havocs out of Tex. Very interesting indeed. I'm always curious if people are going to start changing that a little bit more going into 3.14, what with the autocannon changes, if we'll start seeing more double heavy weapon squads, just because it won't be such a liability since there'll be something you can do with it in terms of better infantry damage later games. So I'm always curious to see if anybody's experimenting, or maybe he's just going to go for double havocs today just anyways. And there we see that Stormboy squad coming out on the field right now for Alwayzlame.
Yeah, but meanwhile we got a gem bash going on up in the top left here with these Burna Sluggas, but it looks like Tex will be able to get back and defend this. He's got that second havoc set up. It's forcing them off right into the Chaos Space Marines. They're going to be able to get on some melee hits. Are they? No, he's not going to go ahead and micro that, unfortunately.
Doubt. A little bit of a forced melee loss there. Could have, I don't know. They're pretty healthy, though, but you never know. Could have got an extra model out of that.
Yeah, a lot of times you can just grab, like, one model, and then it's worth it.
Yeah, so the score right now is Texaneous it was 2-1, but now it's 1-0 and soon to be 2-1 again, but the opposite direction here. It looks like the colors are correct for me at least. So that's
yeah, they're
nice.
for me as well.
That's always a nice day. We can see another sort of infiltrated assault coming on the left here from this Chaos Sorcerer.
We have a turret being placed down by the Mech Boy, but it looks like the Sorcerer's going to be able to get behind this, and these Heretics may be able to come up and support. Tex really has to push his turret. He's got a Havoc sitting around in a building right now. That's not going to help him out.
Yeah, we see some nice blinking by the Sorcerer, just kind of getting in nice and close to the Shooter Boys there. It looks like, the Chaos Heretics almost made it around that corner from that from the Mech Boys turret there, instead forced to retreat, and now we just have kind of a lone gung-ho Sorcerer here, just kind of diving around looking for targets. Doing pretty good damage here to these Shooter Boys, actually. Whoa, flinging that gentleman all across the map.
Yeah, but that Sword of Flame, he will be doing pretty good damage, so we're going to see him continue to use that against the Shooters and basically everything else around here. Meanwhile, we have the Storm Boys, again, trying to get a Gem Bastion up here. I'm not quite sure, up in the top area.
Yeah, I think they were pursuing the Havocs a little bit, but then one Havoc squad was stuck in that building there, and they were just kind of getting suppressed like crazy. There we have, it looks like they're just jumping out of there. They realize they're sort of outgunned.
The Sorcerer's very low. He's at 29, 27, 26. The Mech Boy teleports, trying to get the last few shots on him. 10, 9, 7, 5, 2, 1. 1 health. 1 health. He's back at base, though. He's back at base. The Mech Boy teleports in the base. The turrets actually are not covering from this angle, but the Sorcerer is healing. And now the Mech Boy gets knocked in front of the turrets. He's running away.
Yeah, that last little blink in there was just greedy. There is no way he was going to kill that Sorcerer, what with all of his hit points sitting around the base like that.
Surprising that the turrets actually don't cover there.
That was interesting. Yeah, just standing right about there, neither of them were in the field of fire. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, if you click on both turrets, you can totally see that there's just that nice little gap. Oh well, whatever. Looking more towards the center again, we can see just kind of intense fighting going on around this little no man's land, kind of nasty little hallway here, and those double Havoc squads definitely are doing a good job of just kind of locking down this map. What with only 3 narrow bridges connecting it all, having heavy weapons teams all over the place certainly seems like a good idea. That could be a very situational decision on his part.
Yeah, and meanwhile we see that Tex is going tier 2, or he's almost at tier 2, and he's got about 720 requisition and like 65 power. So yeah, he's gonna be able to do whatever he wants once he gets to tier 2. So it'll be interesting to see what he goes for there.
Looks like, ooh, Chaos Sorcerer again using his nice little fancy blink there just to get behind that Orc turret. That Orc turret's gonna go down. Again, that turret was just kind of guarding that southern bridge, but no more of that there. Again, we can see these Havocs here just doing such a good job holding onto these bridges. The Storm Boys now jumping across the river there.
Intercepted by Heretics there.
Yep. Unfortunately not going to be able to get that off. We can see that, yeah, okay, those Havocs realized they were pushed up a little bit too far. Just going to pull back now. I think that's a wise move. Just kind of defend from the other side of the river here. And a little ninja cap going on by the Chaos Sorcerer right now.
Yeah, both players actually going ahead and trying to go ahead with some ninja caps, or decaps at least here, from Alwayzlame.
Yeah, you know, they randomed these heroes, but getting 2 very blinky teleporty heroes, not a bad idea on a map with such narrow kind of choke points connecting the important parts of the map together.
Yeah, it definitely does help. And in the meantime, we have a Blood Crusher out for Texaneous. He was thinking about building Noise Marines, but then went ahead and canceled them in favor of this Blood Crusher. So I'm assuming the Noise Marines probably would have become Blast Masters. So
Oh yeah, the Blood Crusher now we see taking cover in the buildings. The Shooter Boy's doing a good job just kind of stalling out for the time being here. But this Blood Crusher is furious, and we see some dark flames coming down as well.
Dark flames incoming. That's going to hurt those shooters in the building pretty badly, and they're just going to be eating up the damage over time.
Oh yeah, their hit points are just dropping so rapidly. Oh no, and they're defenestrating like mad. That single looks like one left, and I think the Blood Crusher. Oh, if he goes for it, he can get it.
Blood Crusher has charge left, but no, he wasted his charge earlier on. He will not be able to catch up to that shooter. That shooter will get out for Alwayzlame, but meanwhile, he lost his mech boy in the top portion of the map. So that's going to be a significant economic conundrum for Alwayzlame to figure out what to do about. But he does have enough resources in Tier 2 right now that he could fast tech to Tier 3 if that's what he wants to do, and get his hero up at the same time. But he's going to get some tank busters out, because he has to deal with this Blood Crusher.
Oh, massive charge of that Blood Crusher. Once again, Tank Busters, by the way, in the next patch have the power requirement removed, making him a little bit easier to get out. Not necessarily faster requisition-wise, but interesting enough here. A little bit of gen bashing going on just to stall time. I'd expect this Blood Crusher to turn around and do some damage here. But no, here comes the Tank Busters. He's got to be aware of that. You can see the Chaos Sorcerer now being set upon by some of these Storm Boys here.
Side note, I just want to comment on the fact that these Chaos Space Marines have actually been upgraded as Corn Chaos Space Marines, which is something you don't very often see against Orcs because of Orcs melee prowess. Like Storm Boys will take them, you know, one-on-one. But meanwhile, Barrage on the Heretics, Havoc's in the building here. Barrage won't really get them out of the building. It will do a decent amount of damage to the building, though. Unfortunately, Alwayzlame is going to need Sick Bombers if he really wants to dislodge these Havocs from in here. Very nice usage of the Storm Boy's stun, though. It's going to force the Havocs to reset up, but once they are reset up, they will be doing quite a bit of damage. Here they come with the Slugger Boys. He doesn't have the Slugger Boys in range mode, though. Okay, now they finally switched to range mode. Now they're burning them out. Using Swamp 'em to get in there to negate the suppression and everything. But now the Blood Crusher's coming up behind the entire army, niggling away at these poor Tank Busters who are engaged in melee by the Blood Crusher, and the Blood Crusher knocks back the Storm Boys.
Nice charge. Yeah, the Chaos Sorcerer went down during the middle of all that. The Storm Boys couldn't find any better targets and just kind of set upon him. But we can see here, that was pretty good indeed. I love the nice little flank once that Blood Crusher got repaired a bit, turning all the way around. We see some Doom Blast going off here, but they're just going to have to get out of there. They're getting quite beat up here, but these Slugger Boys now only have the Blood Crusher to deal with. That's not looking too good. Oh no, the Heretics go down.
Squad goes down.
That was unfortunate, but we did get to see a bit of Blood Crusher and Corn upgraded Chaos Space Marines just kind of tearing away at it all. It is 3-0 right now, so Texaneous definitely on top of his capturing this game. 396 to 196 for Alwayzlame.
Yeah, here's the issue though for Texaneous is that he just lost his Heretic squad, and he's got a Blood Crusher on the field, and he's building a Dreadnought, so he's not going to have any way to repair them, repair either of those, or be able to warship support the Blood Crusher. So he's gonna have to work on that. Unfortunately, this is a significant loss.
Yeah, he's gonna have to replace them at some point if he's gonna be relying so heavily. But no, it doesn't matter. We have a good game for Alwayzlame. He knows he's triple capped, and apparently just doesn't want to have to keep dealing with Texaneous' really tough map position there. So game one, and by the way, this is going to be a best of 7 no matter what. So game one goes to Texaneous.